Let's check out some replays, shall we? Jefe. Got one of yours. And anybody else in chat who's a VIP? We'll check out anybody who's here first and then go in order from there. Don't see anyone in particular, so let's start with you, shall we, Jefe? Recording right now, just so you know. Congratulations.
Oh, hey, Lunar.
Hello.
What's up, y'all? We're checking out Jefe's replay, doing some VIP replays right now. Jefe Mother 2. How can I help, Jefe?
I think this is the wrong game. No, it's the wrong game, but it's fine. You can do this one too.
Okay.
So it was interesting.
All right, let's see what you wrote, shall we? What did you tell me to look at? You said, I'm having trouble having awareness, meaning trying to see what their cars are doing, right? Positioning off of that. You said trouble flipping immediately, like you're always assuming what's going to happen, so you flip instead of waiting. You said trouble making faster decisions when you're in the play, playing the ball quick. Okay. Currently, you're doing whey protein wall clears. You're doing wall to air dribble, aim training by Coco, uncomfortable saves. So it sounds like you're doing a lot of different packs. And your goal is to get to champ 2. Sound about right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'll see how I can help.
I actually hit champ 2.
You did?
And then I lost it. Yeah.
Well, now the goal is to get it back and to hold it.
That's true.
Okay, I'll take a look. I'm going to be eating some yogurt while we analyze, but trust I'm watching. Kickoff good. Okay. So, this all made sense up until here. This is a very difficult read. When the ball shoots off to the side like this, I'm inclined to actually turn the other way. So, when the ball's bouncing high off the sidewall like this, like doom, we usually want to get back first. I understand turning in makes this read really hard, and then when you get here, now you can't really do anything. Probably going back wall is correct, but yeah, you just get super awkward. I mean, this bounce is really difficult, to be honest. If you turn back, this is probably easier. Here, turn back like this. You see what I mean? It's equidistant, but this one gives you a nicer angle. The yellow instead of the pink, if that makes sense. See what I mean?
Correct. Yes, sir.
Want to turn left there. Then going back wall is fine, but you need to be faster. You need to go off back wall and then like fast aerial, like instantly take off, like 2 jumps and put a hand up. That's right though. You're landing a little bit late on these. Just be careful. Right now we're dodging after we grab boost. Okay. Not the end of the world. But with these corner kickoffs, we really want to be dodging, speed flipping, immediately when we grab it. So ready, here, you should already be dodging. Like, dodge. Here you jump, and you don't dodge until here. This is going to make you land next to the ball here. And now when you jump, you're hitting the ball down here instead of up here. So you want to be careful of that, because what's going to happen here is the ball's going to like pinch up and down. Makes it very hard for your teammate, very risky. If he's higher up than you, you know what I mean by like higher up, right? He can like roll over you. To be honest, you guys are both doing this. Like a lot of people do this wrong at Diamond and Champ. I'll show you his POV. He's not even dodging till here. So he dodges all the way out here, and by the time he lands, he doesn't even have time to jump. You see that?
Yeah.
You, on the other hand, are jumping a little bit, but you're still like lower quarter of the ball, lower quadrant. You see, when you're making this line, we want you to be up here, cutting the ball in half. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Sounds small,
That's
but yeah. See what I mean?
yeah, that's what my friend told me. He said I'm jumping too late at the kickoff.
Yeah, because what's going to happen is if he's properly, you know, up here and you're down here, it's going to pinch down and over your head. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. By the way, I'm telling people you're a Diamond 2 right now. Sorry, you're a Champ 2. Champ 2, 1149. Okay, fixed your MMR. Sorry, Jefe. But yeah, you said your friend said the same thing?
Yeah, that's what he said, yeah.
Yeah, you want to be careful of that. What's going on here? Okay, so you're supporting your teammate. This isn't bad. Here, I would probably be jumping early. When this ball goes up here, I like jumping right now. Trying to hit the underside of this ball, catch it on the wall stop. You know what I mean? I like that play a little bit more. Here, you're going up sidewall. The problem is by the time you go up sidewall here, this ball's going to drop. It's not the end of the world. Your jump got eaten as well, so it's kind of awkward. A couple things you could fix here. You used your jump as you were driving up the curve. When you use the jump on the curve here, you see this? It eats the jump. In other words, your front wheels are going to pop off, but your bottom wheels don't. So you kind of get like half detached from the wall. You see this? This is called a curve dash. But you're not actually airborne, so now you're flopping, and then you miss your touch. I don't know if you know that, but you want to be careful about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are you familiar with curve dashing?
Yes, I am.
Okay. For those that are not, you can actually use this to your benefit when you're driving down the wall. Very rarely do people use this up the wall, but when you're driving down the wall, if you jump right here, you can pop your wheels. So you see how my jump got eaten there? If I wait a little bit longer, I can pop my wheels up. So here, oh, I'm messing it up now. You can kind of see it there. I don't know if you guys can see with full speed. I'm gonna put it on half speed now. When you drive here and then you jump here, it pops the front wheels and then we can wave dash down. I don't know if you could see that on your screen, but it's kind of what it looks like. So when we're here, we jump, it pops our front wheels and then we can wave dash down. A little hard to show on full speed. It's the same concept behind a zap dash. Called a curve dash. Looks like that. But yeah, sounds like you already understand this concept, Jefe, but just want to provide an example for those watching. Okay, we watched this already. Okay, so what happens here? So yeah, your jump got eaten on the curve, caused you to mess up there. Here we can curve dash as we're rotating back. If you want to use it in the future. It's actually easier to do on the back wall. You just jump right here, it'll pop your front wheels up, and then you get a free dash. And then you can use another speed flip after. So you basically get 2 jumps chained, if that makes sense. Here you're supporting your teammate. This looks good. We definitely got to cut in here. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of mechanical. You just have to slam brakes and make that save. You jump without slamming brakes, which just kind of displaces you to the right. So when the ball comes, you just overshoot it. This is as simple as hit the brakes first and then jump, but you don't hit the brakes, so your jump sends you forward and you overshoot it. Right.
I was so bad at myself when that happened.
It happens. This kickoff is better. You just flipped the wrong direction now.
Yeah.
Much better. You want to be dodging immediately as you grab this boost, which is correct. So here, dodge, nice. You notice how you land nicely behind the ball. Now you just need to jump and strike this mid-level. You did it correctly here, but now we just got to dodge left. Speed flip front left, and then you're golden, right? This looks really good. You just dodged the wrong way, frankly. Apple gets a nice beat. You're supporting here. I want to see you way more aggressive. So after this beat, we now want to be using boost and running up the field. Because if this guy gets a stop, you want to be first to it, if that makes sense. Once Apple gets the beat, you're now aggro mode. So here you're defensive, skeptical, waiting. Beat happens, start boosting. Right? You're going to collect these pads anyways, so you can use that 20 boost to hustle forward. Don't flip, but use the boost. You know what I mean? Here, you're kind of skeptical, right? You're still waiting. which is a mistake because this guy's flat-footed. Even if he makes a touch, it's gonna be weak, right? So you're too far here, right? And now you're gonna use all your boost to catch up. Doesn't end up mattering, but like this is something small that like pros do that if you watch a replay, you'll see. Like here they would start boosting because you have a 2v1. You know what I mean? Any questions on that?
Sometimes I see I think I watched one of my other replays last week, I think.
Yeah.
And it just happens every time when I'm on defense. I just jump, and I don't think about getting pads. I just like speed flip forward, and then the ball just passes me.
Yeah, I think the key there is just stay grounded, right? And then you'll be flexible.
Yeah. True. Yes.
This isn't bad. You're using your wall dashes, running the ball through. You hit the ball forward, and then you peel off like this. I think if you would have just continued your path, in other words, like this, I think you were strong. Because then you could guide the ball forward and run through and demo. Now you miss your demos on this guy. Even if you bump this guy, it's probably a goal. Because this ball's going to roll for your teammate, right?
Correct.
So you kind of hit the ball and then back off here. Watch, hit, back off. Instead, I want you to hit and follow through. So here, hit the ball and keep running through on the wall the whole time. Stay on the wall. Play right here, and if he tries to go for the ball, you bump him. And then your teammate's got a free open, right? Now here, definitely don't jump. This is overcommitting big time. Once you do give him the ball on the backboard, this is hard to do, but the disciplined play is to turn away here and get back. You want to let your teammate go, who's likely waiting in the midfield at this ball, back here, not you, who's waiting at the goal line. Now your teammate shouldn't even be jumping the way he is, but you should be behind him, okay? Picking up what I'm putting down. Nice little recovery. For the most part. Good cut from your teammate. Nice wave dashes. Love grabbing this boost. Keep rotating through. I don't love these turns. Easy fix for you, Jefe. Once you move through here and you grab the boost, I know this ball is over your head, but remember, our teammate just got demoed. There's no point in challenging this ball in the corner. What we should do is continue rotating back around and check where he is. Here you stop, you turn back, and you're never going to make a play here. Like, even if you do make a stop, you're just using boost, committing, and leaving your teammate back. And by the time your teammate finally does go, this isn't horrible, but now you've used all your boost, you're 0 boost supporting him, and you need to go get side boost. Not the end of the world. This play actually worked out really well, all things considered. Apple makes a nice touch here. Good control, Apple. Shout out Apple, community member as well. But here, after this ball gets beat, you want to continue, keep your speed up, maybe bump the other guy rotating back, and then come back around. Makes this whole play less awkward, okay? You with me on that? You understand why that's important?
Yes, I do.
Cool. Good job grabbing boost. Support your teammate. This is good. Really, really nice. Apple's the man. Look at him go. Can we get a W in the chat for Apple? When were you GC3? A couple seasons ago. 1700 last season, but not quite GC3. I got to 1720. Yeah, Jefe. Work him. Thank you, Genzum. Okay, any questions thus far, man? Okay, biggest thing you can improve, man, is just your kickoffs. You've lost every single kickoff. It feels bad. It's okay. Here, you're totally solid, but what happens is at the last second, you turn your car to the right, and now we're central, and we're going to dodge off the ball. Right? If you just continued forward, here you're perfect. You're about to strike this part of the ball. What you want to do is you want to strike like slightly left and then dodge right. So you struck here and then dodged off it. You want to strike here and dodge through it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So you're close. You're just like starting your touch in the middle, which is a mistake. You need to start your touch slightly off center and then dodge through the ball. Either way. Looks like I'm playing tic-tac-toe. Good recovery. Yeah, you're moving like Bruce Lee. Here, good support. I want to see you play aggro now, close to your teammate. This is good. This is fine. For some reason, we kind of tailed off to the right here. I want to see you stay central. I know it's hard to resist this urge. A lot of players think like you want to peel off to the right here. That's not true. Because what's going to happen here is your teammate's going to try to take a 50 and keep it in the mid. And if he does his job and this ball comes back mid, what's happening is you're running too far away. Do you see this? Look at how you're running. You're missing your angle. You see what I mean? The ball comes to the mid and you're facing the wall. You see this?
Yes, I do see that.
So you need to stay disciplined here and not drift off this way. I know it looks normal when you're playing the game, but when your teammate's pushing up, you really want to try to hold the midfield, because the midfield is where the shot's going to come, right? If the ball does come out. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, so you're just drifting too far into the corner, and by the time the ball comes, your angle's kind of ruined, and now you got to correct. You almost can fix it here, but to be honest, man, you're making your life so hard by like running all the way to the right. And here, there's not really much. I wouldn't even be using boost. Once you do this touch, jump, and then I would probably just let it go. Like there's so few touches that are good here. What most likely happens is the longer you float behind this ball, the longer you delay your recovery on their back wall. So like here, jump, and then when there's nothing happening, just float, roll your car over. You can try to play like some sort of double mid, but I'm even skeptical of that because then they can counter on you. This is good. Stalling. That touch was unlucky. So here, you're stalling well. You want to wait. Ideally, in this position, what are we guarding?
The net.
The net. Correct.
Or yeah.
Your teammate's job is to interrupt the play. Your job is to guard the net. What happens here, though, is you imagine there's a line between him and your net. So imagine there's a line between him and our net. See this? Say that's that line.
Yeah.
Where do you want to be? Do you want to be on this side of the line, or do you want to be on this side of the line?
I think the yellow side.
That's interesting. I would argue you want to be on the pink side. Why do you think you need to be on the yellow side?
Because I could also cover middle for like any sort of pass.
Yeah, you can also guard middle for any pass. I'm less scared of the pass. I think you guard the pass if it comes. What I'm scared of is you moving to the mid here and then you leaving space behind your car. You see what I mean?
Yes.
Now it's quite easy for them to cut behind you. How are you going to make this save? You have to backflip. And if you get backflip, you could get bumped, demoed, so many things. What I try to do is when I'm shadowing the opponent, if the opponent's running here, I'm trying to stay like slightly outside him. Okay? That makes sense?
Yes.
I understand there's a pass here, but it's your teammate's job to guard that in this position. When you run mid, you make this save really hard because now you're flipping backward like this. And now you're getting demoed. You're dodging bumps. You stop the ball, but you can't go again. You can feel how awkward this is, right? I generally prefer like pick a side and stay on that side. So here you're on the outside, like stay the outside. Okay, this is super strange. He makes this touch here. I want to see you running up the back wall probably with some haste. If we're not running up the back wall, then we probably want to be moving this way. Right? You either go for this ball, in my opinion, you run up the wall, or you don't go for this ball and you play here. But right now, you're just kind of sitting under it. Your vision is crushed here. What am I looking at? What am I looking at? Right? I mean, I can see guys in front of me, but I can't see what matters, which is the orange guy who's over here. You know what I mean? So here I would be running up the back wall, speed flip, or stay in the mid. You have kind of two options. Does that make sense? Sitting under it like this is very suspicious. It's really hard to make any sort of good touch in this position. You see what I mean? Any questions on that?
that, no.
Okay. Let's get down. Let's play aggro here. I mean, here's the deal. This guy is backing up slowly. This guy is rotating back. Your teammate is very clearly going to bump or pass here. Either way, I feel like you should be super aggro here. Speed flip forward, go for, like get close to their net. This is a situation where there's no downside to playing aggro, but you're kind of missing that mid ball, if you ask me. Nice stop. You have a shot here. Great shot. Great execution on this. This looks great. Yeah, I'd probably be more aggro there when there's only one back and they're positioning like that. Let's go. Look at this kickoff. See this? You speed flip early, so you land perfectly. You jump left side of the ball, and then you dodge upright. Do this every time, and you're going to crush these kickoffs. These people aren't doing their kickoffs well at all. That's what happens when you jump too late, by the way. Like what we were talking about earlier. See this guy? Yeah. He lands right next to the ball. He always jumps too late. So you'll just dunk him over and over again if you keep doing that. Honestly, should have led to a goal, but it's all
right. Yeah, it definitely should have.
Your teammate should be going. I think you and Apple both do this drifting thing, which is really weird. Here you get a good kickoff. Apple should just stay mid. Apple should turn in. I think he got sidetracked running for boost. That's a mistake. He should stay on ball there. Now it's your ball. Apple had other ideas. Let's go. Let's see it, Apple. Reset. Musty. Bang! Oh, so close. He needs more patience. He almost had it. Here, fake chow. Whoa, that is a ballsy chow. Okay, so here, it looks like he's pinching this. So I'm like very scared. But luckily he missed. You're the best. Jump off the ceiling. Slam it on him. Bang. No, you just got two under it. Here we have to hold our jump. So jump. And then wait till we get down. Jump, pull down on our joystick, get below this ball, which you almost did. We just have to hold it a little longer. What's up, Tan Ramen? Nice recovery. Good use of jumps. Your recoveries are looking good, man. Yeah, your positioning is just when you have 2v1s is misleading. So like here, for example, Apple is dominant. He has the ball. He's an alpha, if you will. You know what an alpha is?
An alpha, yeah.
He's an alpha. He's literally looks maxing on this guy. Did I use that right? Was that right?
Yeah, you did.
He's mogging this guy. So he's mogging this guy, and you're running back post. Like, come on, man. Apple's got full boost, ball control. We need to be turning in.
Yeah, I gotta be the alpha now.
Yeah, you do. You're a beta right now.
Yeah.
This is beta positioning. What are you doing, man? Like, you guys are in a 2v1. If this ball comes mid right now and you don't score it, everybody in stream chat's gonna call you a beta. Right, stream chat? Oh my gosh! Dude, it's open! Oh my gosh, please. Somebody call him a beta. Chat says 67 boost. I'm gonna lose it. Look. You see what I mean? Like 2v1. Bang.
Just turn.
Turn in, play aggro, right? Because when the ball comes mid, it only takes 67 boost to score. So you could score it. The problem is we're playing so defensive that by the time the mid ball comes, look at Apple styling on him, mogging them, and then it comes mid, and we're only now arriving, our shot needs to be coming right now. Either top right, or even if you don't get it here, now it comes top left, but now we're too little too late, and then this turns into a 50. It's not the worst 50, but like, you get the idea. Apple's like, what the hell, man? See what I mean? Any questions on that? Do you need me to use more Gen Z slang or?
No.
What are you called? What are the 6-7 generation called? What are they called? Alpha? Generation Alpha?
I don't know.
Generation Chat GPT?
Wrong thing, sorry.
No? All right, Jefe. Any questions on this? You need to look smacks a little bit more.
I definitely do. I know I got some tools in my bag that I've been waiting to use in the games, but
Okay.
I really don't like to. I try not to overcommit a lot, even though sometimes I do.
Yeah, so it's less about overcommitting. It's more about being upfield. Just because you're up there doesn't mean you have to go, but you need to be there in case there is an opportunity. So it's kind of a separate decision. Okay. So here's how I look at it. You with me?
Yes.
You should be scared when they're facing you. Right now, turn back.
Okay.
But when they're both running back to net, if they were, that's when you can position aggro like this.
Okay.
Luckily, this is off target. Grab your corner. Kind of left it for him. Here, you want to make sure you don't cede your corner boost. When this ball goes here, you need to be flipping. This one's really hard. There might not be a way you can leave your corner boost, but right now I'd be jumping and hitting this ball forward. So at least if he takes your corner boost, that you have a clear. I think this is a little slow, to be honest.
That's what I mean by like decision making. Like sometimes I'm just slow, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we just need to run this out off defense quicker. Because if you can't get the boost, you know he's going to take it. So then you need to punish him taking the boost by at least getting a beat over 1. But here it's too slow. Do I like men? I like men and women. And whatever pronoun you would like me to call you. Simon Van Dick.
That was so out of context. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Some dude in stream chat, I don't know.
Yeah, that's wild.
Okay. Whoa. Okay. Nice stop. This is looking good. Don't get a touch here. Okay. So, I do see what you mean by overcommitting, Jefe. You like to overcommit. Here.
A lot. Love it.
Your recoveries are good, but, I mean, it isn't the end of the world, but, like, after you get this beat, for example, Apple's zeroed. You see him miss? Right?
Correct. Yes.
You're zeroed. Right?
Correct.
They have one guy grabbing their 100 boost and another about to rotate back post. Odds that you score a goal right now are like 20-1. You know what I mean?
What for God?
So here, I'm just looking for bumps, boost, and leave. You know what I mean? But here, you're still trying to play for a goal. And now you're overcommitted. And I mean, you do a good landing here, but you could have been demoed there. Like, you're just delaying your own recovery. And neither of you guys are getting boost because you're both like, you know, playing like this. And then by the time you guys get boost, now you're getting attacked. Not the end of the world, but you're completely out of sync. You know what I mean? Alpa is a mogger. Look, Smaxer. He is like literally unstoppable.
He really is.
Wow. And he's got aura. Holy.
And he got orange.
Look at this guy go. I want to queue with this guy. Look at him go. Nevertheless, once again, your offensive positioning is dubious. Watch what happens here. The ball's coming mid. See, Apple's coming mid, right? What do you think you do, Jefe?
Go mid.
No, you don't go mid. The logical thing would be to go mid. You go to their top right corner. You love this top right corner. Here you go. Now you're past mid. That was mid, right? Here you go. You actually do turn in at the end of it, which isn't terrible, but the ball's over here, right? Apple's alpha. If I could place you on the field right now, I would want you right here. Like exactly where you are. Bang. You see what I mean? Because when you're here, you're covering all this, right?
Wait, but what if the ball goes over me? Like, what if Tony that jit. Hits the
Yeah?
ball, like makes the ball over my head.
Well,
Towards my head.
I would say you've got a worse chance of saving it being top right than you do middle. At least middle you could jump and put up a hand. But the answer is you position at a safe distance so you can respond either way. I'm not saying you should be closer, farther up on the field. I'm just saying you should be on the left side, not the right side. You should be here.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Sir.
Because the 50's here.
Sir.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
Correct.
I do know what you mean.
You're with me?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah. Figure out whatever they've been putting in Apple's Wheaties.
Yeah, I need to find out. For sure.
Good. Let me know when you figure it out.
I'll let you know.
That's fake. Alright, Apple's ordered them. Now Tony that Jit and Andy are what's the opposite of looks maxing?
No idea.
Throwing? Pondering? Tossing? What do you call it?
No idea. I have no idea.
I do. You're just not telling me. Alright. You ready, Jefe, for the best notes of your life?
Yes, sir.
Alright, pay close attention. These are your notes. Here's a list of the things you need to work on. Number 1, kickoffs. On the corner kickoffs, make sure you're dodging sooner, so that way you don't overshoot the ball. And then we need to be jumping higher on the kickoffs, so the ball doesn't pinch over our heads. Flip sooner, jump higher. Make sure that when you speed flip, pick a side of the ball and then dodge through it. That right there, it's going to win you like, it's going to get you like a goal every single game. Number 2, when your teammate is in a 1v1, as in a breakaway, offensively, you need to be more aggressive. You're playing too far back and you're missing opportunities to finish after your teammate, okay? Number 3, when you're in the opponent's corner, hit the ball forward, move through the mid. You have a habit of like hitting the ball forward and then doubling back. Number 4, when you're low boost in their corner, maximize your recovery. You have a habit of continuing to like full send, and then you end up out of the play, and then you have to spend twice as long recovering because you literally are zeroed. I would say those are like your top 4. Mechanically, you're stinging like water and buzzing like a bee or something like that. But yeah, we just need to fix the offensive positioning and the kickoffs and stuff. Any questions on that, Jefe?
No, to be honest, no.
All right, I'll DM these notes to you, and Sarah or Lunar will help me get this replay uploaded in the next couple days. Keep an eye out this week. We'll get this over to you, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Any questions? Cool.
No, thank you.
Happy to help.